Good morning, fans. Today I'm going to show you how to easily swap the wheels, rotate them for the Model 3. This particular items I bought on eBay. There's a pure aluminum, and I got 4 of them, obviously, to lift up all 4 wheels off the ground. I also got a jack. 4 of these. It comes a set of 2, bought them Harbor Freight. They are aluminum. One unique thing that I had to do is, because I'm using this, I had to use a Dremel tool to grind on both sides of the jack, and if you notice, it'll fit nicely inside there. Once I lift it, it'll hold the car back up. It's an inexpensive way to do. Another thing you're gonna need, which I'm gonna show you right now, it is a particular jack, which is a U-jack. This one, if you notice, it has a slit, and what it does is, and I'll demonstrate in a second. Lift this up. If you notice this right here, it will fit right in the middle there. So when you lift up the car using that, you can hold the car up with a jack, pull this away, and the car will stay up. And there's other methods out there that they sell, but they're very expensive. This is inexpensive. This whole jack, I think, and it might have cost me around $200. I know this was a set of 4, and I paid about $50 on eBay, and these on Harbor Freight when I got on sale, I think, for a set of $50 for a set of 4 jacks. But anyway, obviously it can be used for other vehicles if you needed to. Same thing with the jack, but this is the easy way to do it, and I'm going to show you how this works out. Again, on the Model 3, you do have a cover plate here, which you obviously need to remove. You take this out, and we'll rotate the tires. Now, to remove the caps, your car should come with something that looks like this. It's like a little hook, and there's a little hole right there, if you notice. And all you do is just put it inside there, turn it around, and just yank out. As you can see, the lug nuts in there, and we'll remove the lug nuts in a second. So we're gonna go ahead and do that for all 4 sides, and I'm gonna show you what size nuts you need. Your car comes with this hook right here, and you see a little hole right here. And what we're gonna do is just put it inside there, rotate it, and then once it's rotated, you can just go ahead and just yank out, and it'll come out. Simple as that. Obviously, you can see the nuts there. There's no cover on that. And what we're gonna do is use a socket to remove them, and I'll show you what size it is. All right, so the size you need is gonna be a 13/16. 19 millimeter works okay. It's not as tight, but this is actually perfect fit. And so that way you don't have to worry about just stripping the lug nuts. One thing you want to do is, you don't have to do this, but if you want to protect the wheels, the best thing is get some tape and put some tape all the way around the side here. Electrical tape will work, anything you have. And then just that way when it does slip out, you know, because sometimes you have to yank it out and you don't scratch up the wheels. So this is a little neat trick. Some tape on it, all the way around it. Just enough to cover it, the aluminum, give it some protection. If you put too much, it won't fit in there. It's just gonna be a trial and error. Next, what you want to do is get an extension. If you just use it right there, it'll actually hit the body panel. So if you put an extension on it, you're further away from the actual vehicle body and keeps it from getting scratched. So what we're gonna do is attach a wrench right there. Just put it on there. All right, if you notice on that, right, it's just like anything in physics, it's a small handle. So what I did is I have a breaker bar, which I used forever. So all it is a strong aluminum. They actually sell them all together, and I just slide it in there. And all I do is, if you notice, there's a little bit clearance on the side, and I use that to create more torque, which helps loosen the wheels a lot easier. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna loosen the wheels, the entire vehicle, all the way around, before we lift it up. Now, don't take the lug nuts out, just leave it in there. You just want to keep it enough loose tight to the wheel, but enough that it makes it easier later on once it's lifted and the wheel won't spin. All right, we'll go ahead and loosen up the entire car. All right, something unique about the Model 3 performance is it's much lower than the actual regular Model 3. So in order to get some lift off the ground, I just got some old 2x4s, I cut them an edge, and I'm gonna drive the vehicle onto it. And what that's gonna do is going to lift up the vehicle a little bit higher so I can fit the jack under it. If you have a ramp, you can have another 2x6s or something, anything to work, so you can get some lift off the vehicle. All right, so I put it on all sides, just right about the middle of the tire, and all four wheels have them. You can see right here, there's another one right there. Other side too. So they all have them. I'm gonna drive the vehicle up about this other 8 inches and so forth, and then we'll check it up. All right, one important thing you gotta realize on the vehicle, even though it says park right there, what you wanna do is park it and hold the button until you see a red P. That is actually gonna hold all the wheels together so the vehicle does not move. And if you notice, I'm gonna hold it. And what it does is applies a parking brake, emergency parking brake, I should say. And that will hold the tires in place. Another thing you can see now, I rolled the vehicle right onto it. And if you notice, all on top of 2x4s, all the way around it. And it's right in the middle. That will give me the space I needed to lift up the actual vehicle. All right, if you look down the vehicle, you see like holes like this. There's 4 of them on each side, and what we're gonna do, you're gonna go ahead and slide that in there. It has a rubber gasket and it's just stay there. And next thing we do is just gonna slide the jack onto it, and not all the way, because we wanna have space to be able to put the jack itself stand and remove the jack and rotate the vehicle all the way around. So we're gonna start on the left side, rear, then the right rear, and work toward the front. You can see the handles facing back, and that gives you a little more room to move around. It's just barely hovering over it, so I'm gonna center right over the pad, and slowly let it fall. And if you notice, this goes right onto that. And then just keep letting it go. The jack slides down, and now it's being held. And obviously it's gonna lift the wheel up, and then because, again, it's not a lot of suspension on the front, it's gonna lift up a little bit, but you're gonna go work on the backside and do the rest of the tires. But that's how you do each corner. And I'll go ahead and lift up the rest of the vehicle. All right, so the vehicle all the way around is up on jack now. You can see it. So off the ground, you can see the other side, the jacks, all the wheels up in the air. And now without the breaker bar, because you don't need it now because we're already loosening up the nuts, all we're gonna do is slide it inside there and just loosen up the nuts. Once that's all done, all the lug nuts are removed, we're gonna remove the wheels, inspect the inside, look for cracks, clean them. That's the easier way to clean the inside. Get it all, then we're gonna rotate it. I'm gonna show you how to rotate them. This side, it says rear wheel drive or 4-wheel drive. This does not apply to us. So since we're gonna be having an all-wheel drive vehicle, we're gonna take the front left and slide to the right rear. The same thing, cross pattern, and the 2 rears are gonna go to the front. And that's the pattern you're gonna be using for rotating the vehicles. Manufacturer usually recommends rotating vehicles 10,000 miles. I'm right about that. So that's why I'm rotating the tires. Okay, now the wheels are back up. Clean the brakes, clean the wheels, mount them back up. All we gotta do is tighten it by hand, use just a ratchet, and later on we'll torque the wrench to a specified manufacturer. So all of them are up. One thing to notice is that the reason you can do this cross pattern is only because you have wheels for the manufacturers that are all the same type, same size. If you have staggered wheels, you're gonna have to rely on a different pattern for rotating. This, lastly, is that once You're gonna lower the wheel, make sure that the wood is back in the center, in case it got moved when you remove the wheel. Put the jack back in, this is the last one. Stand, you lift it up, pull it, and we're gonna gently lower it. And everything back on. One more important thing, since this thing stays there, do not forget to remove this. You don't want to fly it, lose it, or fall off and damage your undercarriage. So remove all of the jack points that are on the bottom of the car. Okay, lastly, now that the vehicle is actually lowered, we're gonna have to torque the wheels to the right specification. Manufacturer recommends 129 foot-pounds. And if you get a torque wrench similar to this, you'll be able to read it right over here. And it's hard to see on my tool, but this is foot per pound, and I got it dialed up to 129. So we use this same method you took it off, except next time you don't need a breaker bar, you just need a torque wrench to turn it up. And best way to do this, let me show you. Now I'm just going to demonstrate the rotation of the actual. So when you tie in the wheels, you want to go like possibly this one, and then go across that one, and then crisscross every single time, and then just go around and make sure they're all at 129. That way one side doesn't get tighter than the other, and it keeps the wheel pushed against the back properly. And let me go ahead and do that. Here we go. This is the last wheel, and I just want to demonstrate what you're looking for. See, keep doing that. That noise, exactly. You're looking for a brake. So when you do that, then you know it has actually reached the spec. So on that, then we go crisscross, and we tie that one again, back and forth. Torqued up, so all we had to do is put the things back on, and it doesn't matter any pattern you want. You just slide it in there, make sure it's pushed in the middle, and it's done. And go ahead and do the all 4 wheels. Thanks again for watching Tesla Fam. Have you guys a great week.